Good day, listeners, and welcome back to this course on business skills for agro dealers. In this course, we have been discussing strategies agro dealers can apply to improve your sales, manage your finances, and ensure you are making progress towards your long-term business goals, whatever those might be. Previously, we discussed how to acquire and keep customers through effective marketing and how to manage your finances, both of which are very important. But in today's session, we'll be discussing how you operate your business day to day and ways to help your business run smoothly and avoid wasting money. With me again are three agro dealers, Mukisa, Damba, and Namazi, who are all at various points in establishing or growing their businesses.
It's good to be back. You know, I feel I already run a pretty efficient shop, but any suggestions you have are welcome.
Anything I could do to work fewer hours would help.
Yes, well, I am just starting out, so it would be good to do things right from the beginning.
Excellent. It's nice to see you all again, and hopefully this session will answer some of your questions. Mukisa, do you have any trouble running your shop? Or is everything perfect all the time?
Perfect? No. During the busy times, I often need to hire additional hands at my shop. You see, I am very busy. I couldn't possibly do everything myself, but these young people I hire, they need to be told every little thing. It's like working with small children. I can't take my eyes off them.
Yes, sometimes having more help does create more work. What about you, Damba?
Well, sometimes I have trouble with stockouts. When I call my supplier for more stock, he says to me, "Don't worry, Damba, I will take care of you right away. You are my number one customer." Then it is another week before my supplies come in. Meanwhile, I have farmers yelling at me that they need to get seed in the ground now or they will lose everything. But it is not my fault.
Yes, dealing with suppliers can be tricky, especially if they tell us one thing and then do another. What about you, Namazi? Have you given any thought to how you will run the day-to-day business once your shop opens?
I am just worried about the basics. I need a shop and I would eventually like to have a lorry and a good scale for weighing feed. Of course, I'd like to know more about negotiating with suppliers.
Not to worry, we will discuss all of this and more. In order to run an efficient and profitable business, there are two main things we need to think about: inventory and labor. Let's discuss each of these, starting with the most important thing for an agro dealer, your inventory. The key to managing inventory is making sure we have the products our customers want when they want them. As Damba already mentioned, customers can become quite irritated if they don't find what they need at our shop. The only thing worse than an upset customer is a missed opportunity for a sale. So, to ensure you don't run out of stock, you can start by keeping an inventory log. Every successful business keeps track of goods purchased so that they know how much they have on hand, how much they have paid for those goods, and how much they sell them for. Simply write down all the products you sell in one place, like a ledger or an electronic spreadsheet if possible. Make sure you note how much you paid for these items and whether they were bought on credit. Then every day, make a note of how many units of each product you sell and how much you charge for it. Over time, you will start to see patterns. One product is particularly popular during a certain month. Another product doesn't sell well at all. Another product becomes more expensive or cheaper for you. This will help you set prices, help you determine how much stock you need to fill and when, what products may need, not to mention which products you may want to discontinue. Then, account for known supply lags. We've all dealt with suppliers who don't deliver on time. This is why, if you know you have a supplier who is always a week late with your order, make sure to place your order 1 week earlier.
Personally, I simply order extra stock. Then you are prepared. You have what customers need, and you won't have to worry about them leaving your shop without spending money. Easy.
Perhaps, but what if we don't sell the extra stock? Unsold stock is just as harmful as a missed sale. Imagine during the slow season when you are having trouble paying your rent. Where did all my money go? You ask yourself. Then you look over at a shelf full of expensive livestock supplements that did not sell. If you are like most people, you would rather not buy those things and have the cash. Hence why we need to track our inventory. After inventory, the next major concern for most agro dealers is labor. Whether we are just hiring someone to carry bags for a day or to run a second shop on our behalf, we need to determine if hiring someone is actually necessary, then manage the people we hire. Now, even if you are the only regular worker in your shop, most of us need to hire extra hands from time to time.
Oh, no, not me. I am not afraid of working hard or long hours. My name will be on the outside of my shop, and I will be the person greeting customers inside of my shop. Always.
To be sure, you should expect to do much of the work yourself when you first begin. But running a business, especially during the busy season, can be quite exhausting. As a business owner, your attention is often required in many places at once. You need to make sales to customers, interact with suppliers, manage your finances, promote your business, make deliveries, and more. At some point, you can't do all of this and load lorries and sit behind the register every minute of every day.
When my business partner left for the city, I thought I would simply make twice as much money doing everything myself. But it didn't take long before I was so tired. I was delivering bags of seed to a customer and I was so exhausted. I fell off the back of my lorry. I should have had my nephew or someone to help.
Yes, a great business person is not someone who simply does everything themselves all the time, although some do. A great business person is someone who knows when they need help and how to find good help. Should you determine that you need help, perhaps someone to manage your shop while you are away, or just an extra set of hands during the busy season, there are a few simple things you can do to make sure everything goes smoothly. Hire the right people in the first place. Consider asking anyone who wants to work for you to provide a reference, for instance, a past employer. Follow up with that person and make sure they have good things to say about your applicant. Pay them reasonably. Employees should feel that they are valued by their employer and paid accordingly. Define specific responsibilities. Don't just tell them to take care of the shop while you're out. Make sure they know the exact tasks they need to perform. You might even consider writing them down so it's easy for anyone to take over for you at a moment's notice. Train your workers. This doesn't have to be complicated. but the people working for you should be reasonably informed on the products you sell and the needs of your customers so that they can give the same quality service and advice you would yourself. Successful businesses have qualified people working in them, whether it's just you or you and several other people. That is all for this session. Even if you are a natural business person and running a shop seems like common sense, you need to take a hard look at how you operate. If we do, chances are we'll discover something we can do to improve our business. Before watching the next session, take a moment to list all the small tasks that need to happen so your business can operate. Everything from opening the door in the morning to calling the supplier for more feed. Then write down who is responsible for which task, even if it's all you. Identify one improvement you can make to your operations in the next 3 months and 2 more that you can make this year.